Hello, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to A Course in Miracles discussion, followed by Chanting for Change. I'm Teri Angel here with my beautiful co-host, Karen Palmer. Hi, Karen. Hi. And we have a wonderful family here on Zoom tonight, Chris and Jean and Charlie. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, Kelly.
Those of you coming in, we're so delighted to be doing this every night. And Karen, I'm just going to ask you to start us off, please.
All right. So this is our short and sweet message for tonight. This is from the Holy Shift. Happy January 20th. The goal of the curriculum, regardless of the teacher you choose, is know thyself. There is nothing else to seek. Some powerful words there.
Yes, it is. January the 20th. Wow. Hard to believe we started this on the 1st, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've come a long way, baby.
Half the way there. If we only do it 40 days.
50 days.
I thought it said 40.
The
It's
first 50 lessons are the undoing.
Oh, and then we're going to stop?
I'm sorry?
Then we're going to stop?
Well, we don't know. We're not there yet.
No, wait. Okay.
But we have Suzanne and Tamara here with us tonight. So yesterday was an interesting lesson. So how did everybody do with it? We're starting to look outside of ourselves yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, this has been strange for me because quite often during the day, like today 3 times, okay, I'll have to come back and read the lesson again to remember what it is I'm supposed to do. Is anybody else having that problem or just me? But you know,
I don't find it a problem. I've been doing the same thing, but I don't find it a problem. I like it.
No, I don't find it a problem either. I just wondered if people are having to do it also.
It's just bringing your awareness to it. I like having the little breaks in the day. I like having the little reminders to myself. It's helping me, for me, it's helping me to pay attention more to my thoughts.
Well, that's, yes, definitely. Definitely.
And Suzanne said, yes, Jean, I'm doing that too.
Yeah.
Just wondered.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, like I said, we're starting to look outside of ourselves. Before it was the undoing and really going back to, I think, 0 point pretty much with our thoughts and how it affects us. And now it's like, okay, my thoughts affect more than me. And today I'm determined to see. And I love this lesson. And I just want to read from the insights. It says, seeing with Christ's vision is the opposite of believing what the body's eyes are showing me. Seeing with Christ's vision is recognizing that everyone is still as God created them, With Christ's vision, there is no separation, no differences, no guilt of any kind. There's only oneness with God's universal love. And I love that. And that's what I'm determined to see. But every day, I've been doing that exercise now that the angels had me write about in the blog. Just close your eyes, let everything go away. Close your eyes, and there's nothing on the outside. There's just me. And I'm determined to see with my eyes closed what's real and see the oneness. Okay, so see if anybody had comments.
No, I don't have a trouble with guilt because I feel like I didn't know, I didn't realize that I didn't realize a lot of things actually is what this has made me see. And I don't have any feeling guilty because of that. First of all, it's in the past. So I don't feel like we should be guilty by anything that's in the past. It's over with. The only thing we have to concentrate on is the moment now. The now.
That's really the only place that the guilt lives is the past or the future.
Well, exactly.
Not here in the moment.
So I don't feel about that because I didn't know. And I'm grateful that I've learned. And now it's changed me, in a way. It's funny. It's like we were told to do certain things, and then we were told to come back and do the opposite of the things we had been told to do. And it's like scrubbing or something, scrubbing your thoughts clean so that now you can be objective, neutral, whatever. Anyway, but the guilt has not even occurred to me to feel guilty for anybody, for, anybody who didn't know. There's no guilt is what I'm trying to say. God doesn't give us guilt. He only gives us love. So why should we give each other or ourselves the guilt? Anyway, that's the way I feel.
I always go back to love is all that's real.
That's right.
So if there's an energy coming in other than love, such as guilt, then just ask that question. What's that doing here? What am I thinking? Like Karen says, what am I thinking?
That's the weight. What am I thinking? The stop is spirit take over. And basically that's basically what I've found has been the greatest help for me is spirit take over, wait, only love is real.
Yeah.
It answers everything. It takes care of everything.
It
Doesn't matter what's being shown on the screen, that takes care of everything.
it teaches you to come from your heart, not from your head.
Absolutely.
That's what,
That's great, Charlie. That's exactly right.
That's, when I'm seeing the exercises, it's, like there's someone else, you're not alone with it. That was the exercise. There's some,
That's
and,
crazy.
and God's with you, or so us,
Always.
whoever, or whoever so us that you believe in. And and it's like you take the time out to do the exercises, and it's like connecting, with source when you do it. We're so busy in our day that we don't take time out to, And it just makes us stop a couple of times a day to do the exercises. And it's, you know, I feel it's, you know, and I've been more, you know, a happier person, you know, I'm just.
Good byproduct, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah. Who'd have thunk it?
I did look up the notes that Helen took, that
Mhm.
you said to look it up. And I didn't, I was going to order the book, but I didn't because they have, you look inside a page so you can look and see what it says. I didn't understand anything, so I think I'm going to have to wait to get that book till I finish the course, because I didn't understand her notes at all. They were, for me, they were confusing. So, but the lesson that you sent, I think Teri sent a thing from the workbook. That was very helpful. That helped me understand.
Sorry, I was dealing with something.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah. Ah,
I do appreciate that work book section you sent us. That really helped in the group.
the writing, is that what you're talking about?
I think it was a sheet from the workbook or something, but it really helped me understand. Made me think I might want to spend the $40 for the workbook.
I don't think I posted anything from the workbook, but I did post.
Maybe it was Karen then.
I'm
Somebody did anyway. It was very good. Thank you, whoever did that.
Yeah, I posted an article in there, but it wasn't from A Course in Miracles.
Oh, okay. No, I read that article. That was good. Yeah.
Looking in the group now, I don't see anything from the workbook, Jean.
Okay, I guess it's me again. I don't know. Maybe it was the article, but it seemed like it came from the workbook. But anyway,
Well, the article, I thought it sounded like it was from the Course in Miracles.
It
It had the
did,
same,
didn't
it
it?
had the same kind of vibe as the Course in Miracles. That's why I was so excited when Teri said that it was from another tradition.
Yeah. It's Zen, I think. Wasn't it Zen?
Yeah.
But it's to the same place, like we were talking yesterday. Many paths to the same place, you know.
The truth, no matter what.
The truth, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. Sorry, you guys, I had to take care of a situation online.
Okay.
Suzanne says the exercises all sort of blend into each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's right.
Okay. Well, today's lesson, should we get on to that?
Yes. I'm excited about today's lesson.
It's like one of my favorite ones.
Mhm.
And it's a really great thing to just keep reminding yourself over and over again. I'm determined to see. I want to see this. I want to see this the way that Spirit wants me to see it. I want to see this. How is the best way for me to see this? And no matter what the situation looks like, it's an opportunity to see. So, should I read it?
Please.
Okay, I am determined to see. We have been quite casual about our practice periods thus far. There has been virtually no attempt to direct the time for undertaking them. Minimal effort has been required, and not even active cooperation and interest have been asked. This approach has been intentional and very carefully planned. We have not lost sight of the crucial importance of the reversal of your thinking. The salvation of the world depends on it. Yet you will not see if you regard yourself as being coerced and if you give in to resentment and opposition. This is our first attempt to introduce structure. Do not misconstrue it as an effort to exert force or pressure. You want salvation. You want to be happy. You want peace, and you do not have them right now because your mind is totally undisciplined, and you cannot distinguish between joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, love and fear. You are now learning how to tell them apart, and great indeed will be your reward. Your decision to see is all that vision requires. What you want is yours. Do not mistake the little effort that is asked of you for an indication that our goal is of little worth. Can the salvation of the world be a trivial purpose? And can the world be saved if you are not? God has one Son, and He is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given Him in heaven and on earth. And in your determination to see is vision given you. The exercises for today consist in reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. Today's idea also tactily implies the recognition that you do not see now. Therefore, as you repeat the idea, you are stating that you are determined to change your present state for a better one and one that you really want. Repeat today's idea slowly and positively at least twice an hour today, attempting to do so every half hour. Do not be distressed if you forget to do so, but make a real effort to remember. The extra repetitions should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you. You can see them differently, and you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the real law of cause and effect as it operates in the world. So this is our first attempt at having a structured day where we're not just doing a couple of these, we're really keeping our focus on wanting to see.
I am determined to change my state to the one I want, state of mind. So we want to do that, say that all day.
Yeah, we want to return to our natural state. We want to return to our original innocent self so that we're seeing through those innocent eyes, everyone, everything. And when we ask to see that way, we will see things in that light.
I love what Pam says in this chapter. It asks me to briefly remember that if I make any exceptions or leave any situation or person out of the equation, I'm going to experience the same old world. So this is an opportunity for us, you guys. It's an opportunity to really make a change and to start to see things differently. And that's where we're at. I'm determined to see. And that's where I am. I'm going to step up and just really see everything for what it is, and no exceptions. So I think it's interesting that I had to block somebody from the discussion when we're talking about determined to see. Yeah. Suzanne says, I just take every situation and remind myself to think positive if I see the negative. Pivot away. I love that Abraham teaching too. Pivot away from that negative and say, where's the positive in it? How can I see this through the eyes of love? And Karen, I love how you taught us, I don't know where the teaching is from, but what would love have me do here? Or what would love have me see or respond? And I think that's a big part of being determined to see, is being open to what love is teaching us.
It reminded me of a time a few years back when Meg asked me, I didn't even know how we were talking about it, about a serial killer, someone who had killed quite a few people. And I said to her, and it just came in my mind at the time, can you imagine the pain and hurt that person must have been carrying around with them for them to do something so awful to try to stop that pain, you know? And it reminded me of this because I think that's what they want us to do too, is to not just see the vision or see what we're seeing, but see everything behind it. See with the eyes of God, with the eyes of love, of why this is happening, you know. And the other day we had a lesson, and it reminded me of that scripture that says, whatever measure you're measuring with, you will be measured out. And I think what that was, Jesus was trying to say to us is be gentle with how we measure other people, because we're not innocent, you know, we're not innocent. So we should see them the same way we see ourselves, with love. I don't know. That's what I think.
Right. And I want to read this paragraph from Pam. She says, rather than be against anyone or anything, it asked me to see unity, peace, love, joy for all. It asked me to see the truth in the oppressed and the oppressor, in the bullied and the bullied. Opposition only perpetuates the old paradigm of winners and losers, of somebody being left out of the equation. And so that's, you know, that's what we've been taught, is there's no exceptions. And that's what Pam said at the very beginning. You know, if we leave somebody out, if we make an exception, then we're going to go back into the same old. We're going to be doing things the way that we used to do them and think that it's changed and we've changed. But we're not, if we are not accepting, if we're not allowing for whatever. We don't know what that purpose was, you know, just like you're saying, Jean, we don't know what that person's contract was, even coming here to the 3D, or anybody that perpetuates such horrible crimes. We don't know that. And we're not to be the judge of it.
Well, we're asked to step back and let spirit judge for us.
Exactly.
We're asked to step back and not have any opinion. And that, you know, it can be challenging to the ego thought system, but we are not the ego thought system. We are our true, original, innocent self. And we don't need to take on the role of the illusory self who has to judge what somebody else is doing. It's none of our business what anybody else is doing. Our business, our job, our function is the only one that God gave us. And that's to forgive and to love and to accept, and to, when we have an issue with something, give it over to Spirit right away. I don't know what to do with this, Spirit. Take this from me. Give me a new perspective. This is what the lesson is. That's all it's asking us to do, is not judge anyone, and not have a judgment, not have an opinion, not have a point of view about anything that's going on in the world. And that is challenging to people who want to control.
I think it's challenging to all of us. Because
it's challenging to people who don't want to let go of their illusory control, and they want to stay in their mythical me. If we want to stay as mythical me and look at, from the perspective of, well, I feel this person should not have done that because that person should not have done that. That is going into that same duality, and that's going into the differences. He's different than me. I'm holier than thou because I forgive him. That's all forgiveness to attack.
Yeah. Suzanne said, I do that. I ask God to take over. And yeah, I love that saying, Karen. Spirit, take over, please.
I'm giving this to you because I don't understand anything about why somebody would ever do something like that. Just like what Auntie Jean was saying, I have no idea how somebody could ever do something like that. But I'm not going to judge that person. I'm going to give that over to Spirit right away as soon as it comes up, I'm dealing with something myself right now where I don't understand. Somebody is doing something so hurtful and I have no idea why they're doing it. But it's not for me to have even an opinion that it's being hurtful. It's just give it over right away. If that's what, as soon as it comes up, and as soon as it just like the very fifth lesson, one of the best lessons ever, I'm never upset for the reason I think. So anything that upsets me, that's the ding, 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 ding. I've stepped away from my true self. I'm upset and I need to give this to Spirit.
Yeah. And right, Kathy, stay in your own lane. Yeah.
I need to give this over right away.
We're staying in our own lanes. Yeah. Our time is up for this discussion. And Kathy said, I love Jean's point of view, to see with and through the eyes of love. Yeah. And Suzanne says, I can totally relate, Karen. Oh, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for this discussion and for your love. What a way to spend a Friday night, huh? And yeah. So
tomorrow's going to be a fun lesson.
Yeah.
We're gonna be we've got to be very conscious of our every half hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I need one of those timer watches.
They actually have one on your phone. If you go to ACIM timer, ACIM timer, if you go into the search buttons, they have all the lessons also on there if you want to get it on your phone.
Oh, cool.
They have you can go to ACIM workbook, and then you can go to ACIM timer.
I'm going to check that out. Thank you, Karen, for that resource. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into our chanting. I'm going to turn it off of the group. Kathy's going back to hockey. Enjoy. And I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your night where you are. So our first chant is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I'm going to go in and turn this off, Karen, while you talk about that, please.
Okie dokie. So this is where we're going to chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together as our beautiful family. And I see our Gracie is here. I'm so excited that she's here. Yay. So happy that you're back. So we'll do that 108 times, and beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know when we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in our meditation for freedom, and then we'll go into our second chant. So we declare that all obstacles be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all barriers, conflicts, and violence be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
We declare that all illusions and illness be removed.
Om Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam
Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye
Namaha. Namaha.
Let's take a breath into our heart center. As you breathe that into your heart, just realize that all of those obstacles and barriers were just an illusion, and now they're gone. Feel the freedom that happens with seeing everything releasing away from you, everything that looks so monumental. And now we're moved up to a higher vibration, up to where the miracles are flowing. And we're going to go into this miracle chant, knowing in our hearts that we are free and we can experience that love that brings the miracles forth. And we are so happy that our miracle Marlene has joined us tonight. Thank you, Marlene, for being here. So the chant that we're going to do is Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Karen, if you'll talk about that, I'll type it in.
Yes, so this is where we chant 3 times slow, and then we'll chant 108 times all together, as beautiful Auntie Jean will let us know we get to that magic number. And then beautiful Teri Angel will lead us in the next part of our session. So we declare that all are accepting, aligning, allowing, and awake. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all are happy and healthy. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We declare that all live in peace and harmony and are open and ready to receive miracles. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. 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 Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Great.
Go back into our hearts, please. Just focus in on the energy of love right now. We're going to breathe in that love and breathe out the love. Every night we chant 3 Oms as the cosmic sound of God, giving honor and glory to the Creator. And then afterwards, stay in your heart for just a moment to connect in, and then give the love away to the world. So please take a deep breath in, and we'll begin chanting Om. Hold that energy of love in your heart and send it out with the out breath to the world. Just ask if this love goes far and wide to touch every heart on the planet. Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you all for being here tonight. Every night when we come together, we make a declaration that there is peace on earth. And I'm just going to see if Auntie Jean will lead us in that tonight. I think we need your sweet voice tonight.
I would love to. We declare every evening, and it's been over 900 now, that there is peace on earth. And there is, because that peace is inside of us, which is what we declare also. So we do know for a fact there is peace on earth. So would you please join us in including the whole world in that? 1, 2, 3.
We declare that there is peace on earth. We declare that peace begins inside of us.
So it is
Forever and ever.
never. Amen.
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 Be kind
Yeah, be kind.
to everyone.
And we've been doing this for, it would be 963 days in teaching.
Wonderful.
As a group known as the
Peace. Peace.
For Peace.
And you know what? I'm very happy to be. I'm a P, and she's a P, and she's a P, and he's a P, and Grace is a P, and Chris is a P. And wouldn't you like to be a P2. And we have Marlene, who's a P.
Marlene's a P and Annie's here and she's a P.
She's a P, and there's hundreds of P's out there.
That's right. Thank you, sweet Jean. Grace I says you're with us.
Yes.
Yes, I am. And you know the hills are
The
alive
wife.
with the sound
Yeah.
of chanting
Then
and the
the
sprinkling
blanket
of
of peace.
and the smile on
Pale faces.
because peace is coming around the
Well,
corner.
I'm mad when we chant.
Peace is coming around the
No
corner.
matter when we chant.
Peace is coming around the
Oh,
corner.
Peace.
Smiles on people's
Pale
faces.
faces.
Peace is coming around the corner when
When
we
we
chant.
chant.
Be kind. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you, Gracie and Auntie Jean and Charlie and Chris and Karen and Marlene and Annie. Thank you, everyone, for chanting with us tonight. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone. We leave you with
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, y'all.
Good night.
good night.